Well guys, welcome to another Rebel Skull video. I have a special presentation here today. I was able to find this. A friend contacted me and he had one that he found. And I usually don't do a lot of review videos, but this one I have some mixed feelings on it. First of all, it's a great model. The detail on it is fantastic. They did a great job capturing it. I mean, I know you've got to have the holes for the screws and everything, but the proportions, the way everything looks like kind of like a Cadillac or car or something from like the 50s with like that big like angled front end. Just it really looks cool. They did a great job with the Grievous Starfighter, the Bellabub 22 or Soulless One as he named it. My issues with it are that it may be the most fragile thing I've ever worked with. First thing is you do have the landing gear that retracts, but it is very hard to get back out, and I mean you have to really dig your fingernail into it. It'd be very hard, I think, for a kid to work that. This part of the landing gear does not retract. It's supposed to stay there, so it stays out. The tail is supposed to fold up. I'm going to see if I can get this. It's very hard to fold up, and when you fold it up, it creates, I don't know if you can quite see that, but it creates a split in the upper and lower hull pieces, and I think that's kind of putting a little strain on the model. I'm tempted to take this apart to see what's causing that exactly, but just know that anytime you press up to push the tail up for landing, that's what happens. Cockpit, like a lot of them, has two positions. You've got the first position, and then you can pull it a little bit further. I really think they could have just covered that in and just had it open to there. Cockpit's got great detail. I mean, considering that you don't really see it in the film, the cockpit has great detail. The last feature are these cannons that you have to lift up very, very carefully. I'm going to see if I can get... They're very hard to pull up. I know that in the cross-sections books they mention that these cannons are retractable, but all I ever see is you see them down like that. I've never seen them up like that, and it's not like, you couldn't fire with them like that. But anyway, that's the last feature, and I'm worried that I'm going to break the little cannon tips. Maybe not. Maybe it's more sturdy than that, but I worry about that a little bit. But the decal, or not decal, but the paint job, the paint work looks amazing on it. Really cool little ship. And of course, Grievous looks really good. But he is very fragile, I feel. The cape, of course, the cape helps him stand up because he's a little bit back heavy, so the cape kind of helps him stand up. But the cape is very hard to get on because of its shape. And like Doctor Strange's cape a little bit, it's got those parts that come in, and it's very fragile, and you have to really open the cape up to get it around his neck, which is also a little bit fat. And then you've got these little arms that are incredibly fragile, incredibly thin, and I really worry that I'm gonna break something. But detail-wise, he looks great. Size-wise, he is unfortunately about the same height as Anakin. I'm trying to get him to stand up there. Grievous probably won't stand up because he does not stand up very well without the cape on, but you can see he's about the same height as Anakin. There's really no difference there. The cape is painted on both sides, looks awesome. There are no lightsabers to add to his collection on the inside, but it's something that if you were a customizer and wanted something quick to do, you could probably throw something together really quick. And then finally, the background piece, which I think is actually one of the nicest backgrounds. There's nothing, I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to be a ship or not, I don't recognize it, but asteroids, beautiful planet side, I think that's a really cool background. But anyway, that is Grievous's Starfighter. I love it, but at the same time, I think this may be one of the most finicky, fiddliest, and probably easiest to break. Because even putting Grievous into the cockpit is kind of hard. I mean, his toes get stuck. There, now he's in. That first time, I could tell like something was getting bent out of place. But there you go. There he is, inside the cockpit, ready to fly off and, I don't know, escape another breakdown in droid battles. So there you go. Thank you guys, and have a good one.